Tonight on the special edition of the MRT News Report, GSM recaps the demotion of two staff members _Frozen_Major Magpie some road proposals, every road proposal accepted, project proposals, all of them accepted, some town auction proposals, and an MRT line extension, all coming up on the MRT News Report tonight in the special edition. Good day, everyone, and this is a special edition of the MRT News Reports following the GSM. There was a lot going on in the GSM today that occurred today, so let's get right to it. First, though, before the GSM, Frumple demoted both _Frozen and _Major Magpie from the staff. Both of them were inactive, and the status of the inactivity was addressed at the April GSM. _Frozen did say that he would resign, but never submitted a resignation message, and Major Magpie promised that he would come back on and become active again so he could become a moderator again, but he did not come back on either. Frozen has not been online for almost 10 months, and Major Magpie has not been online for 5 months. And that was addressed during the GSM by Frumple. The first thing that was addressed at the GSM was proposals for the MRT extension. Both Frumple and Just_Bino proposed extensions of the MRT lines. Frumple mostly wanted to extend MRT lines out with intersections, while Just_Bino wanted to have shorter lines that were confined to the regions. And in the end, it was Frumple's proposal that won out. You can see both of those proposals on our Twitter and on the wiki eventually coming up. Our newsmen are bored, sorry, but next there were a bunch of road proposals, and all of them were approved. They were A40, which goes from the end of A50, the eastern terminus of A50, to the southern terminus of A30. And A40 has been aforementioned because it is being done by the United Cities Roads Committee, primarily by Narnia 17, as part of the X0 project that was approved. B12 was proposed to go from Ravenna and Lavender Town in Ravenna to Titsan-Saki and the Siona area, an extension of the existing B12 that was approved. B13 from St. Anna to Espington via Banana, that was approved too. And its numbering likely related to B12. And A50 B141 from XE4 and the Graydon area to Eleanor was also approved. And an unnamed B road in the Dulwich area, that's around the southern terms of the Eastern Line, or the Plains Line, I apologize, the southern terms of the Plains Line going eastbound, that has been approved. And there are lots of projects too, canals, airports, and Center City. Firstly, three canals were proposed. Ben 631 proposed a system of canals. Within Benyon, they were all approved because they were so close to Benyon. _Castle proposed two separate canals. Both of those canals were approved because of the fact that, well, their castle, we do not know if this is related to the United Cities or not. One of them in the southwest, another one in the Los Angeles area, and the Curious Canal was approved. In the airport category, airports are normally not discussed at the general staff meeting, but for the Axia International Airport, was in fact discussed at the GSM, but a negotiation with the MRT system is needed because of the fact that its location will be along where the Island Line extension is, and Camel Fantasy will be discussing with the staff wherefore the Axie International Airport will go. And finally, both a Central City Metro and a Central City Bus Network have been approved. The Metro was proposed by AP_Red, and the bus is by Mine_Man_. And they will be built by them, not by the staff. And in addition, the tram system will continue to exist for currently. And that's it for the MRT News Report. For now, coming up next, town auctions, more of the GSM, and some headlines. And we're back to the MRT News Report. We're continuing with the GSM, where next is town auctions, and some of them were accepted, some of them were not, and using examples. The ones that were accepted were that F8 was given to Cyrox, that is near DeBeco. XE4 is given to Cardinal Land, he owns Grayson. and in addition, two were denied. First was Avantheim, which was given to Elite Neon, which Elite Neon wanted, but that was denied because of the fact that Avantheim is the staff agreed that Avantheim should never ever be used for an auction because they want to preserve it. Avantheim is owned by the former administrator Computer Ghost and his girlfriend Angel Zero. And C117 was denied to Toro because Toro had already acquired C116, and he did not expand his town, I believe, Spruce Heights, into C116. And so we're gonna go to commercial. Sorry for that technical difficulty. Anyways, back to we were having issues with our audience, so back to the town auctions. C117 was not approved because Toro did not expand into C116 enough. And so that is why it was not approved. It was his town was also used an example of that you must expand if you want to get if you want to get a town. And in addition, Fumpo also commenced a second screenshot contest. Starting right now. You can take a screenshot, upload it to the subreddit after uploading it to an image hosting service. The deadline is June 3, after which voting will be done openly by the MRT community. And like the first one, it will be featured on the website. Monetary prizes go up to $10,000. And that's pretty much it for the GSM, except the only other thing is that Fumpo will be refreshing the Dyne map, regenerating its IMENTs after some maintenance is done with the Dyne map. And now to some other news other than the GSM, United Cities news, where in the United Cities there was the Parks and Recreations Committee The Parks and Recreation Committee was in turmoil after 3 members left it: Sosa 123, Camel Fantasy, and Fred the Time Lord. And Sosa 123 was in fact the chair of that committee. But there will be apparently no chair for Parks and Recreation Committee, with President Castle blaming the fact that there was no activity while there was no chairman, and saying that it was possible for there to be a chairman after Captain Chimpy and Ardeal bugged him about it. And of course, next is The Amazing Grace Season 7. That starts on June the 10th. The Amazing Grace Season 7. That date has been announced. MRT News Channel may stream The Amazing Grace. Stay tuned for that. And coming up, and the forms are still open, but they may close soon, as Minecraft Yoshi 26 warned. And that's it for the MRT News Report for today. Don't forget you can check our Twitter at MRT_news channel and tinyurl.com/MNC stories for the latest headlines. Thanks for watching.